I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight cause I am falling.
Good morning guys, happy Friday. It's noisy here today. We actually got this back fence being replaced. And they're digging and chiseling away and they just need to get it done, and I just need to get my filming done, so we're just gonna work with it today. Also, don't mind, this is just mum life. I done this hand last night, determined to get this hand done today. Also, don't mind the hat hair. I was in the shower this morning and little man came running in, Mom, there's a man at the door, and I was like, oh, it's the man here for the fence. I didn't know what time they were turning up, and I had just gotten in the shower and I was washing my hair with purple shampoo, and I had just put it in my hair, and I was like, oh, just tell the man he's gonna have to wait. So I'm like, didn't let it sit, scrubbed it through. It's all through my nails. My nails are all purple, quickly rinsed it out, didn't put conditioner in it. Anyway, we dealt with it, but I'm kind of dealing with, need to probably redo my hair tonight. Groceries, let's have a look. I've got my receipt that they give me online. Now this week Coles had a discount code. Spend $1.50 and you get $10 off your final shop. Can I bring it up? There it is. So I spent $175.33. I could have spent less. There was actually some really good pantry items that were on sale this week, and I used my deny don't need yet, and I was very careful with the don't need yet things. I could have bought a bunch of stuff. I'm like, no, I still got stuff in my pantry. Let's just tone it down a little bit. We're also going to be talking in today's grocery haul around Christmas. Now, I'm not like, oh, it's Christmas, there's already Christmas decorations out in the store. I'm not that extreme. I'm more like, let's just start thinking of some Christmas things. I don't know what Christmas is gonna look like for a lot of people this year. I do know that travel is still restricted. If you're unvaccinated, they're not letting you do certain things in Australia. I don't know how it's gonna look for Christmas with families. I know for us, I think I've just given myself a big scratch on my neck there, ow. Sorry, for us this year, we've got probably a small gathering, probably catching up with friends. Again, I'm assuming all is going well. We'll probably have a few barbecues here. We'll be going back and forth to the house, looking at things, getting it sorted. So for us, there's gonna be lots of little parties. So for me, when things go on sale that apply to that category, I might just grab them and stock them. Things like crackers, I'm looking over here, so I just want to show you very quickly. Things like crackers, these were half price this week. Now we will go through these before Christmas, but if you're on like a really tight budget, and I know Christmas can be very overwhelming for some and very expensive, and people tend to forget the food compartment of it. But if you see things on sale and you think, look, I'll grab a packet now, that'll save for Christmas. If you go around to people's houses and they say don't bring anything, and you're like, well, I need to bring something, and you don't want to cook, it's just too busy that time of year, and the chocolates are half price, grab a box, stick it in the pantry, don't let the kids see it, don't let the husband see it, don't be tempted by it. If lamb is really cheap, buy a leg and stick it in your freezer. So I'm going to talk you through some of the things that maybe we'll be looking at for summer. Our Christmas is in summer, and just start to stock up. So when Christmas hits, it's busy, you're invited to parties, at the end of school functions, at the end of work functions, end of year functions, there's New Year's, there's school's finished. There is all sorts going on. I just find it really handy to have something in the freezer, in the pantry, that you can pull out and sort of just go with it. Let me turn you around and show you what I've bought this week. I'm also, hang on, one thing at a time. Let's turn you around. There we are. We're not going to have the dog wanting to go in and out today, but we are going to have the cat meeting me up the back like he always does. So our milk, as per usual this week, we are down to the 3 lots of 3, so it's 9 litres. We're down to 9 litres. We're sitting at 12, we're down to 9. Last week the kids had yogurt. This week I'm going to give them custard. They are loving custard. I think the only thing is custard is a lot more runnier. Well, this one is here. I can get thicker ones at a lot more expensive price point, which is fine, but the custard is a lot more runnier than the yogurt, and they could almost drink this down and then they want more. So I'm having to sort of portion control it out. But custard this week. I have bought more Greek yogurt this week. I love this as a replacement for sour cream. Sorry guys, I need to bring you down a little bit. And I'm also having this with granola, the Carmen's granola. You wouldn't have seen me purchase it for months because I purchased it months ago on sale and it's been sitting in my pantry waiting for the warmer weather. And then I have this with frozen raspberries on top. It's really yum. Cream this week because we're going to make some homemade scones. It's school holidays, so the kid's cousin might come over along with my mum. The kids can play in the background under the hose and we can make some scones, or the kids can just do some cooking this week, who knows. I might whip some up and just have it in my coffee when I'm having a really tired morning. We are going to be making the homemade, I have done a YouTube video on this, I think it's my recent dinners video, the lamb burgers this week. This is the dip. Not only the brand, but this is the dip. There we go. This is the dip that I think just makes the burgers. It is really, really, really nice. And I think they were on sale this week. I think it was like maybe 2 for $5, 2 for $4. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at my receipt, but I actually really enjoy this one as well. I'm actually going to do, because I get asked all the time when I try something, sorry, now we're in focus, oh, let me know what that's like. So what I've decided to do is when I really enjoy something, I'm actually going to do a favorites and like a will not purchase again kind of a video. And I'm going to save up all the things that we love and definitely repurchase, and the things I think weren't worth the value, didn't enjoy them, and I'm going to share that with you on here. I get asked a lot, you'll have to let me know what it's like, and I do share it, but I share it randomly in a different video, and unless you watch all my videos religiously, you're going to miss out, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm actually going to be doing a dedicated video probably once a month or once every second month on things we are loving and things I will not repurchase. So if that's a good idea, let me know, but I think it is a good idea. Mince. So this is the lamb mince we're going to use to make the burgers. Meat in general has just gone up, I think, in Australia. I don't know about the other countries, let me know. 2 for $15, I'm pretty happy with that. So I thought I would grab the 2 of them, and then one will get frozen, and then probably in 2 weeks time, I'll probably grab this again, and we'll make up another batch of them. I think with things like these here, if you're planning like barbecues and that sort of thing going into Christmas, if you go into the grocery store, you know, sometimes the meat's only got like 2 days left and then it's expired and they put like clearance on it. If that was me, like if I'm really trying to stick to my budget for Christmas, I'd be buying that really, really cheap piece of meat, not cheap piece of meat, that piece of meat that is on clearance. I would marinate it, I would season it, and I'd be chucking it into my freezer. So if I've got a barbecue, I can just pull it out and we can cook it up and it's done. So 1, I've saved time in the busy season, it's already prepared. And 2, I have saved money because if you can get good clearance meat, I know at Coles and Woolies, sometimes you can pick things up for like a couple of bucks and they're usually like $10. So if you're one of those bargain hunters, I love you, and that's just my options I've got there for you. My husband's gonna love me this weekend. I'm actually gonna do some homemade baked eggs. So this one here is gonna be like the Spanish eggs. I grabbed him some chorizo to use up. We do have some in the freezer, but I just love having, so I think there's 1 in the pack that I ordered, or maybe I ordered 2 because that was on sale. So will I share it? Maybe, maybe not if I remember. Pork sausages. I use these pork sausages for the kids when we do like mashed potato, peas and corn. Pork sausages are actually a softer sausage than beef. We've tried the beef ones and my kids find them too chewy, and I've tried a bunch of brands and a bunch of flavors and everything. The pork are really soft for small kids, so we get the pork ones. They cook really well. We really enjoy them. It's a nice way to get pork into our diet because we do eat pork without having to like roast it or anything like that there. I also use the pork for my curried sausages, and I also use the pork to make my homemade sausage rolls. I am doing a video on snacks. Now I have filmed my sausage rolls before, but I am filming a video in the coming weeks on a bunch of snack ideas, whether it's just to have at home, in the freezer, for school lunch boxes, for work, when friends come over for a party, for Christmas maybe time. So I am doing a snacks video, and I'm going to redo my pork sausages if you are interested. I also grabbed cream cheese. I love cream cheese with tomatoes on top with salt and pepper. I'm going to share my fruit and veg in a minute, and I actually forgot to grab tomatoes this week, but that is okay. I actually need to go back down to the shops. Coles did call me before, and they forgot to give me a bag of my frozens. So in this order, there is actually a 10 fish fillets they forgot to give me. There is a pack of the Herbert Adams meat pies, and there is a packet, I think, of frozen blueberries. It's not their fault, and I was like, well, I actually need to come back to the shops and get some tomatoes, so I'll go to pop and get those. So when you see the grocery haul, just remember there's a few things that we're missing here. But the Coles brand of cream cheese, can we see it there? I actually don't mind it. The Philadelphia one is a bit more expensive. It does go on sale, but I think they're pretty comparable. Very creamy, very smooth. I really enjoy them. Again, if you're trying to find those few extra dollars here and there, that might be an option for you. Now, I could have easily, again, spent that $1.50 and gotten the $10 off, but I spent the $1.75 because a lot of pantry items were half price this week. Not just on sale, but were half price. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stock up on a couple of things because we would definitely go through them. Don't need them yet. These were half price, and my kids do enjoy these, and so do I. So I had these with the cream cheese and the tomatoes on them. Really like them. The Jats crackers, I don't think they were half price, but they were very, very good price point. This is my favorite tea that I have, and it was half price, so I grabbed those. The Couscous were half price, so I grabbed 2 packets. My daughter loves having this with butter, smothered in peanut butter, and she sits there, and I hate to say it, she licks all the peanut butter off, and then she eats the Couscous. And there's no other way she would do it. That's just what she does. My son is great with having like proper bread sandwiches now, but little miss is obsessed with the Couscous. Arnott's, so I grabbed the packs of tiny teddies. Having a little bit of a rant, I wrote to Arnott saying, please stop all of this packaging, or also give an option, because these are handy to have in your bag. If you're a mum, or even if you're someone who loves to snack all the time, having packaged food I think is handy in your bag. But my kids have these every other day, and when they go to school next year, the school has asked us, or they encourage, and I know a lot of schools do it, not to have the packaging. Not from like a health point of view. They actually said their main reason for it. There we go. They actually said the main reason for not having the packaging is if you packed a lunchbox for your child and there's 20 kids in the class, and there's a wrapped muesli bar, there's a wrapped packet of tiny teddies, and there's a wrapped muffin, that teacher has to open every single packet, and it's actually too time consuming, and they ask us to open the packets and pour it into the lunch boxes if we can to help them out. So my kids love tiny teddies. I don't want to stop them eating at Arnott's, but can we just give us a box option, and then I can also control how much the kids have. Some days I ask for tiny teddies, I'm like, yeah, we'll just have like 3 or 4, but I have to open the whole packet up, and then the kids eat the whole packet, and then it's kind of easier, they eat the whole pack. You know the drama that goes with it. So Arnott's and the other brands that have packaged food, I get it, I understand, but can we just have options for a box? I'm sure there are so many parents out there that would really appreciate a box, and they can control how much they give the kids, and it would save on plastics with the environment. Please, please. Not that Arnott's watch my YouTube grocery haul videos, but anyway. Puffed rice, I am going to be doing my homemade LCM bars. They are so easy. So it's going to be becoming part of the snacks video that I am going to film. I don't usually buy taco kits. I usually just buy like the corn, what are they called? The taco shells, and then I've got like the seasoning. It's actually cheaper to buy like the seasoning in bulk and then just the taco shells, and I make them up. But these were half price, and I do want to give options for families that find these convenient. Definitely convenient, and when they're half price, I would say 100% grab a box and stock up. These are actually quite small, the wraps, and I don't mind it. So these ones here I've grabbed this week, so it gives me 5 shells, 5 of the wraps, and then the spiced mix, and then I think it also gives me the salt. Yeah, it also gives me the salsa inside, so it is handy. I prefer, again, to buy the taco shells, and then I've got bulk seasoning. You could make your own seasoning, and I've got like the bulk salsa. It does work out cheaper, but I understand from a convenience point of view, you want tacos one night and everything's in that box ready to go. I do understand, I get it. Okay, so up the back, we've got the 2-minute noodles. Nothing is gonna compare to the magic 2-minute noodles for little miss. She is obsessed with them. She actually asked them for lunch the other day, and I was like, okay, it's for lunch, it's not dinner yet. She goes, I want them now. So we had to Minute Noodles for lunch. She's, like I said, she's obsessed with them. These are our favorite crackers. These are the Peckish brand Tangy Barbecue. My kids reckon they're tomato flavored because that looks like a tomato apparently. I'm not too sure. I have purchased 8 packets. That is not panic buying, that is stockpiling. They are half price. We will definitely eat them. Don't need them yet, but they can sit in my pantry for the next few months. They don't expire until June next year, and we'll go through them. So that saves me, it doesn't sound like a lot, but I saved I think like $10 on them. So that is a lot when you compare to the other savings I've gotten as well this week. I think I ended up saving $40 something in my groceries this week, so I was super impressed. This is the pearl couscous I was talking about in last week's grocery haul. Can you see how big like the couscous is? All the instructions are on the back on how to cook it, but I am going to make my couscous salad. So I am doing my salads video as well for you this week. And when I talk about salads, I'm going to come down and show you my fruit and veg this week. It's pretty simple. I've actually kept it quite bland for the kids this week, but you're going to notice I've got a lot of capsicums. So let me run through the fruit and veg and then I'm going to explain the capsicum. It's not a saga, it's like a benefit in disguise, I guess. So we got our strawberries. I kept it real simple. We just got red and green apples this week and some bananas. The kids have still got a couple of kiwi fruit and 1 orange left over. Zucchini. My cucumber looks a little bit tiny. I don't know if that's going to last me the week. I've got half of one from last week, but I'm making a lot of salads, so may need to grab another one. Avocado, because I think it was $1 something. Oh, that's nice and hard too. That's good. So I am going to make up some salsas with that there. Snow peas. My kids really enjoy snow peas because they're fun. You don't need to cook these for long. I literally, when I've like cooked all the veggies up, turn the heat off the element, chuck these in for a few minutes, like 30 seconds even, and then just drain them, and they're nice and crunchy. But my kids like to pull them apart and pick out the peas inside, so it's a fun vegetable for them. Broccoli, iceberg lettuce. I love iceberg lettuce, and they're down to like $1 at the moment, and that is huge, so I'm very happy. Spinach to go with our burgers. But you're gonna see, I've got 2 yellow capsicums. I ordered 1, but they were very small, so they actually gave me 2 of them. That's actually looking a little bit sad as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. Definitely have to make a salad earlier in the week. And I did order a green capsicum. So with the pearl couscous, I use a red, yellow, and green. Lots of color. That's why I do it. And there's different flavors too with the capsicums. But I ordered a red as well. Now, my Coles didn't have just a red capsicum in stock, but they did have a red, yellow, and green, the traffic light capsicum. So as a substitute, they gave me all 3. I only paid for the red one. So let me just grab my receipt and kind of explain how a substitute works when you're doing shopping. Now, you can opt out of a substitute when you are purchasing online if you don't want a substitute, and they'll just say it's out of stock, can't help you. So I actually, my fingers look terrible. I ordered, I'm hoping that's going to be able to zoom in for you, clear up for you, 1 red capsicum from Coles. It was out of stock. I ordered 1 and it was $6.90 a kilo. They couldn't give me anything. But as a substitute, I got the Coles Tri-Color Capsicum Pack. As a substitute, they gave me 1 and it was $7.90 a kilo. However, this price here is what the 1 red capsicum would have been. That is all they're going to charge me. So these are actually really expensive. I don't love the packaging of them. These are actually really expensive though, and they are actually more than just buying them loose. And I put an Instagram up post, a story the other day talking about if you just buy it loose, it was like a quarter of the price, I think, compared to the packaged one. But I have only paid $1.38 for 3 capsicums, which I actually think is a pretty good price point. If I just go up very quickly, and let's just see, where are my other capsicums? So if we look at my other capsicums, the yellow capsicum, I got 1 of those, and that was $6.90 a kilo, so $2. So realistically, this pack was probably about $7 to get these 3. I paid $1.38, so thank you, Coles. The only thing I need to do now is figure out how to get through the capsicums, so we're probably going to have a lot of salad this week, but that's okay. The only other thing that got substituted this week was my bread. So this is the brioche buns we're going to use to do the burgers this week. Really, really like these ones here. They're $2.70 for a pack of 4, which I think is great. My Abbott's bread, the Abbott's bread that we do love to eat every week. They only had one in stock and they substituted me with the Helga's. I don't mind the Helga's, but it's just not as fluffy as the Abbott's bread, but that was the substitute. And the one thing that really got me this week, they were half price, and I was like, you know what, you gotta treat yourself every now and then. And we don't do a lot of these kind of foods in our home, but when we do, we do. And when we do, they don't last long. This will be lucky to make it through the weekend. I'm not lying. They're my favorite biscuit of all time to eat. So as you're doing your grocery shopping, just keep in mind things like these when they go on sale. I mean, even if you don't have family or friends coming over for Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's a busy time of year, the end of year. And even if you want to relax on the weekend, all the shops are closed because it's a public holiday, you can just open up your pantry and you've got some stuff in there that you can nibble on. I do know Christmas can be very expensive for some people, and they forget the food compartment, the food area, and then they just kind of go to the shops and think, oh, just grab it, Lori, just grab it. And then there's almost that increased of, oh, well, they've got a massive shop, we'll grab more, and it kind of gets carried away. So hence why the other week I done a video, and I've literally done my kids' grocery shopping, and I don't want to look at anything else. If other things come out, and I was in Big W yesterday, and they actually have a great range of like kids' plates, bowls, cups, drink bottles, and I was like, oh my goodness, these are awesome. They had Minions, they had Spider-Man, they had Anna Elsa things, like they were really nice. So I might mention to my mum, hey, if you want to get the kids a new drink bottle, this is what I'd recommend. But I was like, no, my kids from Santa do not need any more things. That's it. Unless they're bowl breaks or something, I don't need to go out and buy anything for them. If it's a gift from someone else, which I will recommend to a family member to maybe purchase, that is fine. But I've drawn the line, and I'm not going to keep buying and buying and buying things. But when it comes to food, if you're working on your budget for Christmas, I think now is the time to start. When the crackers go on sale, the biscuits, the packets or the boxes of chocolates, they do half price. They last for months in the pantry. Stock up on them, grab a couple. If you've got friends that randomly turn up, I think it's handy to have some of these stuff in your fridge and freezer. Not the fridge, pantry and freezer. Don't buy perishable items that are going to sit in your fridge and you can't use. Either freeze them or stick to your pantry items. Don't forget as well, throughout the Christmas period, they have public holidays and the shops don't open. All the shops are chaotic to the point where we don't like to go to the shops for a few days. So we make sure that our fridge, freezer and pantry is fully stocked, and over the next few weeks I'm going to purchase things when they're a good price point, on sale, on clearance, that I can leave my pantry or my freezer. So when people are going mad at the Boxing Day sales, my camera went flat, sorry. That means I've probably been talking too much. But that means that on Boxing Day that we can sit in the backyard, have a barbecue, and we've got crackers and chips and leftovers and things in the freezer where I haven't been stressing about Christmas time. So I'd like to know, do you do the same kind of thing? Or have I kind of made you go, oh my goodness, Christmas isn't that far away, I probably need to consider just getting a couple extra things in the pantry. I don't know what Christmas is gonna look like. I don't know what lockdowns are gonna look like in Australia. I don't know what travel's gonna look like. No one can predict that far ahead because things are constantly changing. But if I've got things in my house that if we go into lockdowns, or the shops are closed, or the shops are too busy, or you can travel and our house is full of people, I'm prepared. That's the kind of focus that I've got, that I'm prepared for it. So I hope you enjoyed that little help there. I am going to be keeping, and I think I mentioned it, that was my dog just joking then, anything that I love. So I'm going to start a foods I will repurchase and foods I will probably leave on the shelf from now on. Just my opinion on things I'm really liking. So I know you guys have asked for it, and I think a dedicated video just to show you the packaging, to say this is the packaging I really liked, this is what I've cooked with it, and then this was an absolute fail. We did not like it, we did not eat it. If you did, tell me how you made it taste so amazing. So I'm gonna probably start a little monthly series doing that as well for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this grocery haul. I need to put it into the fridge. I need to pop up to the shops and buy some tomatoes and pick up my frozen parcel that did get missed. I need to edit this video for you guys, and I need to get on with my day before I pick my kids up. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope everyone is keeping safe where you are, and we will talk soon. Bye.
Tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark.